back. And are you excited? Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL is back technically, but nobody cares about preseason. The real games are starting pretty soon. So me and Eric, we're going to catch up on, let's say the biggest storylines of the offseason and get ready for our little league that we do and everything that has to do with the NFL going forward. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Are you ready? Are you ready? Eric, are you excited? Are you pumped?
I'm ready to stop having to watch the Padres lose all the damn time. I'm ready for football, damn it.
Wait, why'd you have to start like that, man? Seriously.
Because I watched the game today. Blows.
Oh, really? See, that's your mistake. You kept watching.
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up for pain, for disappointment.
But now I'm excited.
Yeah, you can
finally get, the juicy news of the NFL.
Yeah, it was I think overall it was a pretty interesting offseason. But before we get started on all that stuff, let me just give you a quick reminder to like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel at Super Dario World on YouTube, on Rumble, on Twitch, and if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can contact me at Super Dario World and at DarioSDW. Also, like I mentioned a few seconds ago, me and Eric, we're doing our own football league. Basically, we're gonna pick a winner for every single game of every single week, and if you get the winner right at the end of the week, if you get a game right, you get a point. And at the end of the season, whoever gets the most points wins. And what do you win? Well, I'm putting in $100, so whoever wins gets $100. The league is free. But if you want to be a part of the league and, just want to put a bet, whatever, it could be $1, $5 or whatever, just, to make things more interesting. At the end of the season, winner takes all. So you could walk away with $100. You could walk away with $1 million, depending on how much you want to bet. How many people sign up. You never know. So
I'm going to get $1 million?
I mean, you could potentially.
God, dog.
Yeah. So it's the option. So if you want to be a part of it, the plan as of right now is we're going to stream every single Monday. We're going to do the NFL breakdown every single Monday after Monday Night Football. So you can send us your picks that day. So next Monday, again, live, probably around 7:30. That's when the game ends.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, so around that time, we're going to be streaming, and we will be making our picks. If you want to be a part of the league, you can give us your picks, and, I'll keep score. It's a pain in the butt, but I can do it. If you want to join halfway through this, by the way, we're also going up against God, because last week that was fun. We just flip a coin, and it's totally random, all right? So
we kicked God's ass.
Oh, yeah, we totally kicked it. But if you want to join, let's say, halfway through the season, you still can. However, you would start 3 points below whoever's in last place. So, again, you can join in week 17 and walk away with everything. Just, the odds are really not in your favor if you do that. So, again,
keep in mind, we do not know shit about fuck.
Oh yeah, we
do have weeks where we get no points.
That's the reason why we're going up against that we added the coin, just to be like, are we just better than random at least? Can we just beat, random luck?
For one season, yes, we did.
We did at least once. So, that's enough to brag about to brag for a lifetime. But like I said, give us your picks starting next Monday. If you want to do it on the chat while we're live, that's the best way. If not, message me directly. I already told you, Super Dario World or at DarioSDW. I'll set it up for you. All right. So, and even if I miss it that week, well, it'll still be in writing. It'll still be in my inbox, and I'll add it next week, and the points will still count. We just want to make this fun, a little bit more interesting. So there you go. Join us. I think it's fun. Do you think it's fun?
I enjoyed quite a lot, actually.
Exactly. It's very different.
Because I won last time.
I won the regular season. You won the playoff stuff.
Oh, I only remember the one that I went.
How convenient. How convenient.
The way I remember that season is I pretty much won it.
Yeah, whatever. And so we still need to come up with a bet between you and me. We'll discuss that afterwards. We still have time. Again, first game is September 7th, Thursday, September 7th, if I'm not mistaken. Chiefs versus the Lions. It should be fun. Should be exciting. Off the top of your head, Eric, who do you think is going to win? Just make a prediction really quick.
Chiefs.
Chiefs? Really?
Honestly, we can get into our wild card picks and all that and our hot take, because we're going to do a little thing where,
way too early predictions?
Yeah, we want to make way too early predictions. Who's gonna win the fucking Super Bowl? All that shit. And mine is gonna be honestly pretty lukewarm. I
Okay,
think the Chiefs are gonna take it again.
well, you suck. Anyway, I'm just for fun. I'm gonna say the Lions, just because I think it's funny. But anyway, they'll surprise you. Let's do this. Let's go through the news real quick, and then we'll go through predictions. By the way, we will be breaking down the Chargers just slightly more because we are unfortunately still Charger fans. However, as you can see, we don't wear their merch anymore unless I don't wear the shirt. The only shirt I'll ever buy from the Chargers because, you know, unless they win. That's the rule. Eric doesn't have anything anymore. I think he burned his hat after they lost to the Jaguars or something.
I don't know where I put it after I, had to wear the clown makeup.
Yeah, well, anyway, let's get
wanna
started.
do that
Let's
again.
go
It was
through
hard to take off.
like the biggest pieces of news that took place this offseason. Then again, we'll do the predictions because honestly, that's way more fun. And I think you're against the clock, so let's do it real quick. First, big piece of news. This is breaking news just announced last weekend. Quarterback Trey Lance has been traded to the Cowboys, which is shocking considering that they gave up a whole bunch of stuff the 49ers gave up a whole bunch of stuff to the Dolphins in order to get him. And it's been one season and he's out of there. Dunzo to the Cowboys. So this is interesting on both ends. Because first off, this means that our boy Brock Purdy is officially the starter for the 49ers. And he looked really good against the Chargers. They were moving the ball. They only scored once. And it was because the stupid running back fumbled at the goal line. But that was, they were moving the ball with Brock Purdy. They looked confident. They looked good. They looked like the best team in the NFC, in my humble opinion, like they did last season. Now, Cowboys.
Purdy got him to the NFC Championship.
Yeah. What does this mean for Dak Prescott? Because they traded a 4th-round draft pick or something. Like nothing. They gave up Trey Lance for nothing. This means that the 49ers think that Sam Darnold is a better backup than Trey Lance. And what does this mean for the Cowboys? Is Dak in the hot seat? I don't think so.
Dak is fucked.
He's done already.
I think. Well, hasn't he gotten injured the past 2 seasons?
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things like, man, we kind of had, at
He's
least
brittle?
playoff aspirations. And now that, like they always get killed by the fact that everybody gets injured. So maybe with Trey Lance, you can light a fire under the guy, or at least you have a competent backup. Nobody knows what Trey Lance is. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like they used him horribly in San Francisco.
Well, that's the thing, though. If nobody knows what he is, then why did the 49ers trade him?
Because you have Purdy, and he already got you to the NFC Championship.
And he, again, injured. He got injured really quickly. So, I don't know. Trey Lance, it's just a really bizarre situation all around. I don't know.
To be fair, the 49ers don't know how to take care of a fucking quarterback.
That is true.
They just don't.
But again, this is a 1st-round draft pick. All right, it's kind of expensive, but he's still in a rookie contract. And they have Brock Purdy, they got him for nothing. He's Mr. Irrelevant. So they got him for nothing. They have Trey Lance in a first year still on rookie contract. Why trade him away? Not keep him as a backup. That means that he's really, really bad. Or Sam Darnold the head coach Shanahan liked Sam Darnold that much better.
I do remember reading or seeing something where they were saying, honestly, Sam Darnold's looking pretty damn good in San Francisco.
Yeah, honestly,
But I saw him in Carolina, and that was rough.
Yeah,
And in the Jets.
yeah. But again, 2 not really great organizations. So to me, this is actually more interesting on the Cowboys end than on the 49ers end, because the 49ers at least have 2 really capable backups, and it's honestly, I think Purdy's better. But what does this mean for Dak?
I think he's in the hot seat.
Really? He's on notice.
He hasn't delivered.
True. All right. Well, let's continue. That's the big breaking news, and now we'll go to the quarterback roulette. So let's start with the ones that nobody really cares about. Baker Mayfield to the Buccaneers, stepping in on Tom Brady's shoes. This will be rough. The only thing that's on Baker's side is that the NFC South kind of sucks. So, and there's still somewhat of a good team left in Tampa Bay. So it's an odd situation, not terrible for him, not the worst situation for a quarterback to step in, just, really big shoes to fill.
The biggest shoes possible. And Baker, he had that one really good game with the Rams.
when he knew nothing.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was probably the most hype moment of his career.
Yeah, definitely.
But
that was the Super Bowl.
I don't.
Is
know.
the head coach?
Look, the Buccaneers needed somebody, right?
Listen, dude, I don't like Todd Bowles as a head coach. I think he's terrible. So he was terrible with the Jets. He was terrible with the Buccaneers with Tom Brady. So we'll see what happens to Baker. The point is, who really cares about the NFC South at this point?
Who do you
Next,
think is going to be the weakest team overall?
what in the league?
Overall.
Let's wait until we do our predictions.
All right.
All right. Next relevant piece of news: Derek Carr to the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints, honestly, this might be a bit of an upgrade to the quarterback roulette that they've had the last few seasons. Who's the best guy that they've had since Drew Brees went down and left? Who they've had? Jameis, who's again either injured or
Jameis and
I mean
who was
Taysom
there
Hill.
last year?
Yeah, Taysom Hill. Dalton, Teddy Bridgewater, I think was there too. So it's been a roulette. So
Bridgewater.
At least Carr is somewhat competent. I'm not gonna say talented. I'm gonna say somewhat competent, and
Like a C plus, B minus.
and he doesn't get injured much. So we'll see.
And he already kind of, he already had similar colors.
he
He
won't
went from
get
silver to gold.
he won't get confused. So maybe this
Maybe an
might be
upgrade.
an upgrade for him. But we'll see. Next, we got Jimmy Garoppolo to the Raiders. I don't even know if he's gonna play. He was injured, right? He's still injured technically.
He's always injured.
Dude,
His heart is injured.
Dude, there was a whole controversy about the Jimmy G signing because supposedly he was gonna sign the contract with a whole bunch of money guaranteed, and then they modified it to he wouldn't get anything guaranteed unless he passed the physical, which is kind of crazy. And so like he could have ended with nothing and being traded. It's really bizarre, but it looks like he's still going to play, and so. All right, we'll
He's
see.
gonna play and what's his name? McDaniels?
Yeah, McDaniels played with him he coached them in the Patriots, so they kind of know each other. He knows the system somewhat, but I mean, Jimmy G has always seemed just mediocre and brittle as fuck. He's probably the most brittle.
To be fair, he was in San Francisco.
Okay, to be fair, but he also got injured with the Patriots. So to me, I think he's probably the most brittle quarterback in the NFL. But
that's a conversation.
Listen, the Raiders.
Tua might have that.
Listen, Tua. It's because they killed him. It was the team doctor that sent him out there with a concussion, and then they put him out there again after being concussed. So it's the doctors who killed him. All right. Now he might be brittle, but it wasn't his fault. Anyway, point is, this doesn't seem like an upgrade for the Raiders, so I'm guessing they're tanking. So that's always a good time. They got rid of Darren Waller. I think they're having issues with the running back. What's the name of the running back? The best running back in the league. I forget his name. Jones? No, it's not Jones.
He wasn't the best, I don't think.
And the one for the Raiders, I think he got like crazy numbers. At least fantasy-wise, I think he was the best. And Josh Jones? No.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. There you go. So I think he was at least among the best, but they're having issues with him because they don't want to, because there was a whole issue with running backs this offseason with nobody wanting to pay him. But we'll see how that goes. Next, probably the most important... What?
Number 1 ranked last season, Christian McCaffrey.
Really?
Number 2 ranked, Austin Eckler.
Oh, really?
And number 3, Josh Jacobs.
All right, so top 3. Still not bad.
Yeah.
All right. So next, the most important quarterback news of the offseason. Mr. Aaron Rodgers, 2-time MVP, Super Bowl champ, going to...
Ayahuasca enthusiast, vaccine non-enthusiast.
Lover of darkness. Going to
the darkness is his ally now.
Going
in the darkness, he found the Jets.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Going to the Jets. This is wild. This to me immediately bumps the Jets into elite contenders because
Everybody's going to the Jets right now. It's crazy.
Dude, they also signed Dalvin Cook. One of the best running backs in the NFL. He didn't do much last season because he was in committee, but he's still one of the best. The issue with him is also he gets injured always. But when he's not injured, he does crazy points. So if they have him on committee, that's actually better for him, health wise. So you got Aaron Rodgers.
Do the Jets play in MetLife Stadium, the same one as the Giants?
Yeah, that
one is like infamous for having a lot of injuries because of the turf.
Yeah. That's also a problem, so they're going to have to figure that out. But again, player from the Vikings, player from the Packers going to the Jets. The NFC North is just going to the Jets. And so, dude, this puts the Jets as elite contenders. Now
it feels like the Rams a couple of years ago, where they were loading it up.
Man, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they
chasing, and then we're gonna be broke as shit for the next decade.
Maybe we'll see if they mesh well together and all that stuff. But dude, Aaron Rodgers still pretty good. I'm not gonna say in his prime, but I'm gonna say still great. I mean, he was the MVP just a season ago, and
back to back.
Yeah. The head coach, I think he's really good. I liked him when he was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, and I think he did a really good job last season. They lacked a quarterback. The Jets had no quarterback, but their defense was solid. So you got what should be another really good defense again. Now, with a lot of offensive weapons, with Aaron Rodgers in the helm, I think this may end up being the team to beat in the NFC East, which is crazy to say. I'm still waiting for lightning to hit me. It's madness.
I still believe Bill Belichick's gonna beat him.
Really? At least twice a season, but based on pure hatred alone.
Once.
Like if
Once.
I know it's crazy because we still haven't really seen him play or whatever, and it's gonna take time for. I mean, this is Aaron Rodgers went to training camp. When's the last time that happened? But we still need to see their chemistry and all that stuff. But right now, I think off the top of my head, I'm going Jets, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots for that division. Like, I'll just, gut feeling. Maybe I'm too hyped. Maybe I'm an idiot. But that's what I feel right now. And it's based off of how good the Jets were last season without a competent quarterback at the helm. Now,
hey, you didn't like the MILF Hunter Zach Wilson?
Well, I didn't like his play. I love the memes, but I didn't.
White Lightning?
Is the stupid guy who won the Super Bowl with the Ravens he's still there? Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco's never going away.
Oh, he's never going away. He's just going to be there forever. Yeah.
He's a forever quarterback.
Yeah, so I think this is a massive upgrade. We'll see how that goes. It should look pretty good right now in New York, at least.
And if anything, Zach Wilson has a couple of years to learn under Aaron Rodgers. So
definitely. Like he should be taking.
That organization seems to be pretty well set up for the near future.
Yeah, honestly, the only issue right now for Aaron Rodgers is if they start losing, the press, the fans, they're gonna eat him alive. New York people are crazy. So I think that could be a bigger issue in New York than things on the field. So if they keep Aaron out of all that shit, it'll be better. So I honestly, if I'm the head coach and they lose, I'd be like, Aaron, don't go out with the press. Just don't. Just stay out of it.
Don't worry, Aaron likes to stay away from drama and all that stuff. He'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Although their first game is gonna be against the Bills.
That should be interesting.
So
Again,
it's gonna be a trial by fire.
Exactly. So it should be interesting.
9/11,
Honestly,
all right.
The first week's looking pretty interesting. But the next big quarterback news of the offseason, Lamar Jackson signed to the Ravens, which is crazy. What is this, the second most lucrative contract in NFL history?
Second largest. I believe the largest is Mahomes, I think.
Okay. Now is it? I think right now it's our boy.
I have many boys.
Chargers.
I'm a playboy.
Jesus Christ. I'm blanking out on the name. Herbert. Yeah, there you go. I'm blanking out on names. I'm trying to think on names. But okay, but I think right now,
Herbie got a big contract.
Yeah, so I think it's Herbie. But the thing about Lamar Jackson, I did not expect him to sign with the Ravens at all. I thought their relationship was pretty much dead. There was a lot of bad blood there. And honestly, I think Lamar Jackson screwed himself in more ways than one. Because now he's going to be really late to the party for contract number 3. So that's honestly, that's the biggest issue. Like, Josh Allen is already on contract number 2. It's almost going to end, and he's going to go to contract number 3. So even if his contract wasn't as big as Lamar Jackson's is now, he's getting to contract number 3 way faster, which will give him more money. So that's, again, Lamar Jackson, he's been really stupid with what decisions that he've done, but the Ravens were smart in keeping him because it keeps... it's better for that locker room. I think the Ravens are built to win now. Still, I mean, it's tough because they're in division with the Bengals. But if Lamar Jackson is happy, healthy, the team's happy that he's there, we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I thought he was going to go to Houston or that he was going to go to the Jets. But I guess Aaron Rodgers took one of those away, and the Texans drafted a QB. So we'll see how that goes. But that's I think was a really, really big and important piece of news that happened over the offseason.
I was gonna say, if you get called dumb for getting a $260 million contract, I'll take it.
I'm not saying that he was.
You know?
I'm not saying it's a dumb
Without
deal.
an agent, by the way.
I know.
The highest ever
Negotiated
contract without an agent.
I'm not saying that he's stupid. I'm saying that he kind of smarted himself out of more money.
I don't know, because I don't know how much future he has given his style.
Which is why you want to get to contract number 3 faster. So listen,
look,
so here's the deal. You get well, you got 2 contracts. All right, so you got the first contract, the rookie, which can last 5 years, and then you got this one, which was 4 years, I think.
Maybe, let me see. 5 year.
5 year. All right. So let's say you got 100 million for the first one and 300 million for this one. That's 400 total, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and that's 9 years. However, if you do it quicker, if you get to number 2 and number 3 faster, let's say 9 years, you get 3 contracts, and it'll be 100 and 200 and 300, which ends up being a grand total of 600 million in the same amount of time. You see what I'm saying?
But what guarantees you're going to be still healthy and still at the same level?
Which is why you want the contract faster. You'll go through more money faster.
I don't know.
Listen, okay.
On this league in particular, where, you know, it can be pretty damn random if one guy delivers 1 year or not. Look at Jonathan Taylor, for example.
Well, you know, no,
he was an absolute monster 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Best running back in the league, probably, and nobody would debate it.
Yeah.
Then year later, guy stinks, can't do anything, and now he's trying to get traded and nobody wants him.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This guy, like you said, he got injured last season, right?
Probably, I think.
All right. So if he would have been under contract number 2 already, no concerns. The negotiations would have even been simpler.
I don't know.
Again, that could have been a career-ending injury, and then he was left with what? Nothing. On the other hand, if you negotiate contract number 2 faster, you're set up for that time. You're good. Anyway, maybe it's just me.
The Ravens were also playing hardball in that situation.
Well, no, I think Lamar wanted too much.
They weren't entirely sure.
No, Lamar wanted too much, and it's all because of the stupid Browns. But anyway, let's continue.
Browns fucked everything up.
Of course. Let's move it up, because again, we're on the clock again because of you. Sean Payton, head coach to the Broncos.
Eric disliked that.
Yeah, of course. Considerable upgrade, I would say. Super Bowl winning. Yeah, head coach to the Broncos, who already had a pretty good team, pretty good defense. We'll see.
Everybody go to the Broncos.
The Broncos and the Jets. Everybody.
Right.
I mean, it's all.
Don't they know that weed is legal in different other places than Colorado now? You don't have to go there.
You still can't smoke it and play on the field. It's important. Yeah. This is scary. I don't think the Broncos are the biggest threat in the NFC West. The problem is that there's really big threats in the NFC West all around, except for the Raiders. But they still play in division. I'm sorry, AFC West. They still play really hard in division, but...
And it might be the revival of Russell Wilson, and
yeah,
that was good.
So, honestly, right now, it's a coin. It's scary. I don't know who's gonna be coming out on top of the AFC West. You do, because you think it's gonna be the Chiefs, but we'll see.
Yeah, I just think God hates us.
Yeah. Darren Waller.
Because we beat him last season.
Yeah, Darren Waller, the star tight end for the Raiders, was traded to the Giants. So, good for the Giants. Sucks for the Raiders, which is good for everybody. Next, DJ Moore, the star wide receiver for the Panthers, traded to the Bears. So, the Bears, considerable upgrade, but will their quarterback be able to use him? Can he even throw the ball? I don't remember his name even.
Justin Fields.
Yeah,
he was playing good. He just got injured.
All right, well, we'll see.
It's
the Bears.
Asking for a quarterback to do well in Chicago is a bit, it's a bit rough.
Point is, good for the Bears, really bad for the Panthers. I don't know what the Panthers were doing. They just drafted a new quarterback, and so you would think they'd want to give him a star wide receiver, right? But all right. Next, Ezekiel Elliott signing to the Patriots. Again, this was a really rough season, off season for running backs. The position is really devalued because now it's mostly work on committee, and if you've been in the league for a while, there's been a grind on your body, so the position's been really devalued. I think it's not a bad spot for Zeke. It's not great. I mean, under Bill Belichick uses running backs really well, so, and the Patriots are gonna have to run the ball really well, so we'll see what happens. But again, not as much money as he wanted. I think he wants to show off 1 year and see if somebody else signs him next year for more money, which is the same thing that I think Dalvin Cook did. So we'll see.
Do you think he's still got some gas in the tank?
I think enough, at least for what the Patriots would use him for. So we'll see. Next.
It's a steep decline for running backs.
Yes, very steep. Next, we got Kellen Moore, the new offensive coordinator for the Chargers. And let me tell you something.
I don't like that he looks like Staley.
He doesn't look like Staley at all. He looks like a kid.
Does.
He looks like a kid who got bullied mercilessly in high school.
He looks like I want to bully him.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a problem. But
I'm gonna start poking him. Get that.
That looks really weird. Anyway, so that leads us to talking about the Chargers in general. So, based off of this offseason, I saw something that I really liked. And I didn't really check the stat, but during the preseason games, the Chargers had 600 yards on the ground. 600 yards. So I was worried that Kellen Moore was just going to throw the ball like crazy all day. Like, oh, because I got all these big bodied receivers, these big tight ends, so we're going to do air ball all day. But the way they were using the running backs, the way the quarterbacks were running, I was like, this is good. I like when they run the football. I actually prefer them running the football. So it takes a variety there. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback. They drafted a wide receiver. I forget his name, Marcus something. I don't know, but the kid's fast. They did a couple of jet sweeps with him. Kid's really fast. So the team's looking okay. I mean, they looked okay during the preseason. The defense got a few turnovers on the 49ers. They played the starters for the 49ers a big chunk of the game, and they managed to come out on top. So the team, listen, I don't like Brandon Staley. All right? The dude makes too many rookie mistakes. Now, fortunately, he's not a rookie anymore, and it seems like he's learned. Now, he still talks crap, and he says, like, no, I'm not changing, but he has changed. So the problem, I guess, is more of his attitude, but he has learned a bit. He doesn't try to play the ball on fourth down when he's on his own 15-yard line anymore, which is, considerable upgrade. Using timeouts a little bit better. So he has gotten better. My issue was him learning on the fucking job. The NFL is not a place for you to go to learn on the fucking job, all right? You need to have a little bit of experience at head coaching before you become a head coach in the NFL. That's been my biggest issue.
It kind of is.
What?
Learn on the job kind of thing.
I don't think so.
It's just that, if you do poorly, generally it's like, all right, get the fuck out.
Yeah. Fortunately, the Chargers don't have the money to just be like, get the fuck out. So he ended up in a pretty good situation. The dude's in dude's in the greatest situation he could be in. Star quarterback, really good team overall, at least on paper, and owners who can't afford to fire you. So I think this is his last shot. If they can't make something happen this season, they're done. Because I don't think they have the money for next season in order to maintain the team.
Bare minimum, like at least win a
playoffs. They have to win at least a playoff game. They have to at least win. You
can't have the same thing that happened last.
No, playoffs. Not at all. Not even close. So they need to start dominating teams that they need to beat the teams that they need to beat. That's for sure. And so we'll see how they're going to be tested. The first game out right off the gate is against the Dolphins, who they whooped last season. They need to whoop them again. Not beat them. They need to whoop them. So
Dolphins got stronger though. Got Stephon Gilmore.
Sure, doesn't matter. They still need to whoop them. So we'll see how that goes. Now we can do a little bit of predictions.
Also, I don't know. Herbert got paid.
My
man's got silk sheets.
Yeah, there's something.
Is that dog still there?
I saw a video that really made me dislike Brandon Staley. But really made me like Herbert.
Me too. It was called the last 2 seasons.
All right. I'm not gonna go there. But the video that I saw was the Chargers won, and they were doing the celebration speech, and Brandon Staley's like, all right, since we won, that means no weights tomorrow or something. All right, so no weights, a break day tomorrow. And everyone's like, yeah. And Herbert's like, no, boo, boo, we should be booing that. That's not good, boo. So it's like, first off, it's like, yes, that's good for Herbert. Second, this explains.
I could love that man even more.
Yeah, that explains so much about stupid Brandon Staley's mentality. It's weak. It's weakness. He makes team players weak. But anyway.
Like, we won. We're gonna do more weights.
Yes, twice, twice the weight. But yeah.
You should have won by more.
On paper, they should be good. The biggest adversary that they have is that they're maybe in the they're in the more difficult conference, and they're on one of the most difficult divisions. So we'll see how that goes.
Or not, the Chiefs are going to be a pain in the fucking balls for the next decade. So
yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think being again optimistic, a dreamer, they should at least take one against the Chiefs this season. So they need to win a playoff game, and they need to take one against the Chiefs, beat the Broncos twice and the Raiders twice. Like, that's bare minimum for it to be like a successful season, in my humble opinion. What do you think? Is it a tall order?
I think they can sweep the Raiders, probably 1-1 with the Chiefs, and maybe 1-1 with the Broncos. I don't know. I think they're going to be good.
We'll see. Like I said,
Sean Payton's just going to, rest on his laurels.
I don't know. But let's see. At least 1-1 should be fair. All right, 1-1's fair on both of those teams. If they're healthy, if they're healthy, I expect them to at least sweep the Broncos, who I think are slightly weaker than the Chiefs. But I think that the Chargers need to at least beat the Chiefs once this season in order for it to.
Time.
Yeah, they need to start, putting that team on notice. Or otherwise, the notice that they're giving is that we still suck. So,
well, ideally they can beat them during one of those games that still matters.
Of course.
And not, when the Chiefs no longer, oh, we're in the playoffs and first seed, so we don't give a shit.
Uh-huh. So, while we're at it, let's just do quick predictions so we can move on real quick. I'll just open up some. Yeah, of course it had to be like.
Well, weren't there some news with the Eagles?
Well,
I remember they just had a really, really good draft.
They had a really good offseason, I think, overall. But we can just make really quick predictions because, again, you're on the clock. You got 15 minutes. So,
yeah.
Quick predictions for the AFC West. Who takes it?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go.
The problem is they don't have any reason not to think that they can win.
Not to think?
What has changed?
You mean that they can't win?
Yeah, like they have that winning mentality, and they have the winning system, and everybody else, it's kind of getting to that Tom Brady thing of like, well, they know we're going up against this monster, so we got to change up everything. When in reality, if you stick to your game plan, you might have a better shot at beating them.
Sure, but
so everybody's got the whole like, oh well, we gotta prepare for Patrick Mahomes, and God do all this crazy shit, and it's like.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, you don't have to
reinvent your wheel. That's what freaking Tennessee fucked up back to back in the playoffs, where they were just like, all right, we're just gonna abandon the run. We can't do it. And it's like, that's who you are.
Yeah, that they really fucked up. But we'll see. I think, again, they are the Super Bowl champs. I did not think that they should have won this Super Bowl, but whatever.
That was a terrible Super Bowl. I still think they would have won. But
not against the Niners.
The freaking the refs really fucked the Super Bowl, but I still think they would have won.
Fair enough. All right, so next. So again, you're going Chiefs, I'm going Chargers.
Sure.
Idiot.
All right.
Next, we got AFC East. I don't know, AFC North. Who do you got? Oh no, this is the AFC East. Right? Yeah. AFC East.
Yeah, AFC East, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go.
It's been a year, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Dude, I didn't remember Herbert's name. I'm going to go and pick the Jets. I'm gonna risk it. I'm picking the Jets. I'm picking the Jets, man. Jerry. Picking the Jets.
Oh, man. I don't know.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It is tough because it could just be a bust.
It could be.
I think it's going to be boom or bust and no in between.
Sure, for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. I'll go with the Bills. I'll
Bills?
go with the Bills.
All
Actually,
right.
let's do that. Let's do like the guy who picks first. The second person has to pick something different. That'll be kind of funny.
All right. Okay. So let's go next. You're next. Pick the
Yeah.
AFC South winner.
Oh, I hate that.
I think it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think it's the Jaguars. We
mother-
got Calvin Ridley,
Fracker.
freaking Lawrence boy.
Calvin Ridley. That was a hell of an investment on part of the Jaguars. Way to think into the future. So you got a quarterback that's starting to look pretty good. Offense is starting to roll. A really good head coach who the Eagles let go for reasons. I mean,
It was
they
a pretty close game against the Chiefs, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, things are looking good. I'd say over in Jacksonville.
It's the last chance for Tannehill and Henry, and if they
Listen,
don't get anything
listen.
anywhere this season, it's basically a rebuild next season.
Yeah, listen, I don't think the Colts are doing nothing. Just they don't.
No, I'm actually wondering who's going to be more of the drizzling shits, the Texans or the Colts?
I think it's gonna be the Colts. I like the new head coach for the Texans. I'm not crazy about the quarterback that they drafted, but they did draft a really good defensive player. So the head coach is the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, you know, the guy who had him as the #1 defense in the league. So
Yeah.
I think they're still rebuilding. It's going to be like 3 seasons at least for them to, maybe 2 seasons for them to become, you know, good again, or at least competitive. But I don't think they're as terrible anymore. Or they're in a better situation. Again, really good head coach. So I think the Texans are going to be better than the Colts, but I don't think they're going to be able to get over the Jaguars or the Titans. So since you pick the Jaguars, I pick the Titans. Next.
And that being said, you know, when you have brand new quarterbacks, you know, they've just been drafted. Fuck, they may be good.
They
Who
could
the
be.
fuck knows?
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing where it's like, well, I'm not going to pick him because I don't know these guys.
Exactly.
But what if he's a star? I don't know.
They could be. I don't know.
It probably won't be because Colts just can't have a good quarterback since Andrew Luck.
It's illegal. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, they did have Phillip Rivers. But
Washed, but yeah.
yeah. Next, we got the AFC North. You know who I'm going with. I'm going to pick the Bengals. I
What's that
think
Bengals logo?
it's the tiger.
It's different.
No, it's the one. Like, look, it's the one that I'm wearing right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that how it looks in the games?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Well,
I'm going to the Bengals. I think that they still need to get the Joe Burrow contract down. I think it'll be at least a little bit team friendly because the dude has shown that he's really smart. At least
he's cold.
he's cold. He's smart. He seems to understand the fact that it's not just about him. He needs a team around him. And I think it really has to do with the fact that they almost killed him on his rookie season without having a good O-line. So
These guys will murder me.
I need people. Here, take money. Protect my legs. So I like the Bengals overall. I think they got robbed last season.
They
Bad.
have an indoor practice facility, so they'll be unstoppable.
And
Or they'll be soft.
listen, the Ravens are still going to be pretty good. The Browns are a question mark based on, you know, Deshaun Watson, however he plays. And the Steelers, I think Pickett's
They're
played a lot
Brown
better.
Staying in the shorts of the NFL.
Yeah, they still have, you know, a really good defense, but I don't see Pickett as being a superstar. He maybe is competent. It's the best that I can say about him, but I picked the Bengals. Who do you pick?
I'm going with the Ravens. I was not convinced with Deshaun last season, even though he came in pretty late. It was basically his preseason.
Mm-hmm.
But I kept hearing stuff about Nick Chubb looking for a trade. So stuff like that, when you start hearing, it's like, it feels like they're kind of falling apart at the seams.
A little bit.
And again, I don't know about Penny Pickett, but you got Mike Tomlin still as head coach, so you'll probably break even at least.
At least. But again, I don't think they're going to.
I'll go with the Ravens. It seems like they figured out their shit with the contract, and who knows?
Yeah. All right,
As
so
long as Lamar stays healthy.
that's all the AFC. Pick 7 teams for the playoffs. So,
Oh, okay. Chiefs,
all right.
Bengals,
Bengals,
Bills,
Bills,
Jags.
Jags. All right, so you got the 3 wild cards.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's 3 wild cards. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll move it around so you can see.
Yeah. Keep moving it. I'm gonna put the Jets in there.
Jets, all right. You got 2 more.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you want me to just not go into the AFC West at all? Into the
Yeah,
AFC
don't
South?
bother. Don't
All right.
bother.
All right, so North,
Uh,
East,
Ravens,
West.
Chargers.
Ravens, Chargers. You got one left. And I think it's between the Broncos
no.
and Dolphins.
No, I already got 7.
What?
I
Jets?
got 7 picks.
Oh, Jets.
So it's Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, and
So you got
Jaguars.
Ravens, Jets, Chargers?
Ravens, Jets, Chargers. Yeah.
All right. That could be interesting. That could be interesting.
So I think the Jets at least make it to the playoffs,
Mhm.
and who knows, they might win it all.
They,
Like
they could repeat the Stafford storyline?
sure hope so.
For who? For Aaron?
Yeah, I would like to see the meltdown.
You
if
think
it
Bill
happens.
Belichick will retire? He'll be like, fuck this.
I
Kill
think he'll
himself.
commit suicide.
All right, we got 5 minutes. Let's do the NFC real quick. NFC West. I think I picked first last time, so you go now.
Oh,
It's an easy one. It's a super easy one.
Yeah. Well, it's the 49ers, but God, those teams are.
Suck.
are
Kyler's
looking
not going to
rough.
play. Stafford's going to play for the Rams, but the Rams are,
And even if Kyler was playing,
yeah, the Rams don't have any money to hire anybody. The Seahawks are still the Seahawks. I mean,
Gino played okay.
Pete
Gino
Carroll
played okay last
is
season.
one of the greatest head coaches of all time. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks just because, you know,
Bubblegum Carroll,
yeah, I don't see the other two doing anything. Next,
but it's the
NFC
49ers
East.
for sure.
You got, I don't know what the Washington football team is, so I think they're going to change the name now.
They
So
might go back to the Redskins. There's a petition with like 90,000 signatures
that'd be
from
great.
Native Americans.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Eagles, though, because this
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the Cowboys played well. The Giants looked really good, but the Eagles improved overall in the offseason. I think they're coming in as a better team than before, and I know
They were
there's
so strong last season.
I know there's the thing, you know, there's the Super Bowl hangover thing, but the division is, I think they're still strong enough to beat everybody in that division because they beat them pretty handily. So we'll see.
I would also go with the Eagles, but I'm gonna go with obviously different. I don't trust Danny Dimes, and Dak Prescott now has a fire under his ass. So let's go with the Cowboys.
Cowboys, all right.
Although if they change the name to the Redskins, I'm going with them.
Is
That'll make them stronger.
is that all it takes?
That makes them stronger.
All right, now let's go to kind of the next the third divisions. So you got the Green Bay Packers without Aaron Rodgers, the Vikings with who the hell knows, the Bears who are in rebuild-a-bear mode.
They got Cousins.
Yeah, sure they do. And the Lions. Just for fun, I'm gonna pick the Lions on this one because
I wanted to pick them too.
they've gotten a little bit better every single offseason. I still like the head coach. He's still gonna bite people's ankles.
They're gonna keep trading their best players to the division.
That's still really bizarre, but all right. And so I'm gonna go with the Lions. You?
I guess the Vikings. I don't know. You know the Packers have been pretty good with quarterbacks the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
But it's only been 2.
Yeah.
So
How's this for a storyline? Bears make it to the Super Bowl against the Jets. Aaron Rodgers wins it, and he's like, the whole speech is, I still own the Chicago Bears.
Dude,
I own you. I
it would've
fucking
been the
own you my entire fucking career.
dude,
This is
it
how I
would've been
retire.
It would have been
Boom.
literally the Patriots against the not the Patriots.
The
Brady had
Buccaneers
beat
versus the Bills. Yeah. Brady versus the Bills. Yeah. It can still happen. It'd be great. It'd be great. But all right, so you pick the Vikings. Let's move on.
Yeah, sure, why not?
The crappiest division. I think the only one that kind of still has a chance. Well, the Falcons didn't do terrible last season. They just did a bunch of really weird decisions. They're having a new quarterback. I think.
Also, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck the Falcons.
Yeah.
I want to pick the Saints just because I think that overall they had the best defense. And so in this division, if you have a really good defense, you can win. So Derek Carr, I think, is still an upgrade considering all the other quarterbacks that they had. So I'm going to Saints. You? Not the Falcons.
My brain says probably go with the Falcons. So Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. All right. And there you go.
Fuck the Falcons.
That's it. That's our predictions. Very early predictions for the NFL season. Who's going to take each division?
Who wins the Super Bowl?
I think.
Oh, you didn't. We didn't put the people in the playoffs for the NFC.
Do it real quick. All right. I think, okay, it's going to be 49ers,
Yeah.
Eagles, Cowboys,
Oh, both?
Lions, Vikings, Saints, and so we got one left, right? Seahawks.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I think it'll be either
Giants.
I think Giants or Seahawks. That's my big question mark. But that's the one that I feel most likely. I think
Or
honestly,
who knows how Green Bay plays?
listen, if I'm
knows?
picking with my heart, I think it's going to be Chargers 49ers.
The Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I do not want to see the Chargers 49ers Super Bowl.
Oh,
No.
they'll get destroyed. But if I'm picking with my heart, that's what I'm saying.
History repeats itself, huh?
Yeah. If I'm going with my gut, I'm going to say it's Jets 49ers.
Oh, you want Rodgers to get destroyed by the 49ers, but this time in the Super Bowl? That's not a bad storyline.
I know, it's great. If we're going, this league is fucked, it's going to be Bengals, Eagles. The best one overall would be Bengals 49ers, probably. But the point is, I just don't want to pick the Chiefs. Like
Yeah,
the worst
but,
one, the worst
you know
possible
that-
option is Chiefs, Eagles. That'd be the worst option.
Do the Chiefs make it to the championship?
No.
It feels inevitable.
Again, if I have to pick, I think it's going to be, again, way too early. Jets, Bengals. If I'm picking with a little bit more on my heart, I'm picking Chargers to be in the mix there, and fuck the Chiefs. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm still going with the Chiefs probably win the Super Bowl.
The point is, I don't think the Bills are top 3. All right, that's the point.
Yeah, they haven't proven themselves.
They can't get over the hump ever. And so there you go. That's it. Eric has to get out of here, so we're gonna stop right there. As I mentioned before, well, as always, comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at SuperDarWorld and at DarioSDW. Get ready next week. We're going to be doing live, and we will be doing our predictions for week 1. If you want to join our league, let me know. Send our predictions that day. Again, we'll be doing live Pacific. 5 o'clock. Can you do 5 o'clock?
Monday?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Live 5 o'clock next Monday. What else do I need to do?
NFL's back, baby.
Yeah. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's get ready for what's looking to be a pretty good NFL season. I'm excited. Last one was the craziest NFL season I've ever seen. I don't think it's going to be quite as crazy this season because, again, a man died on the field last season, but it should be exciting enough. So let's hope for that. As always, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.